There is baby fever in the air, folks, and tonight we're making some scrumptious, fabulous chocolate cupcakes. Hi guys, welcome back to Jenn Masio's kitchen. Today we're going to be making some chocolate cupcakes. Two of my sisters-in-law are pregnant. They're expecting babies, both of them at the same time. It's awesome. I love babies. So I wanted to make a little gift for them, and I love this recipe because it's so easy. You only need one bowl. I'm going to be using maybe two. I'm not quite sure because I'm going to be tripling the recipe because I want them to have enough chocolate cupcakes for them, their family, and if they get a few hankerings at midnight. So let's start. First thing that we're going to do, I'm going to mix all my dry ingredients in one bowl, and then I will transfer everything over to the wet bowl where I've got all the wet ingredients. So this recipe originally called for 1 cup of flour. Like I said, I am tripling it, so I'm going to do 3 of each. 3 cups flour, obviously. Okay. Wow. Flour is in, and also 3 cups of sugar, white sugar. So one reason I chose this recipe is because I had this unsweetened cocoa powder on hand, and I thought, well, why not use it instead of buying new stuff, right? So I'm going to be putting in 1.5 cups of this unsweetened cocoa powder. Get all the dry ingredients in, and then we'll beat up. Then to that, we're going to add 1.5 tablespoons of baking soda. Lost my train of thought. And then 1.5 tablespoons of baking powder. Awesome. And a pinch of salt. Pinch and a half. 2 pinches, however you want. I always love a little extra saltiness in with my dessert. It just makes it a little extra yummy for me. Okay, so we're going to mix this carefully. This bowl is full. I need to get me some bigger bowls, don't I? So normally in most recipes you're supposed to mix the sugar with the butter, but today I'm going to mix the butter, put in the eggs, and then add all my dry ingredients. It's a super easy and forgiving recipe. That's why it's a beauty. Okay, let's put this aside. Okay, so this recipe in particular calls, instead of butter, it calls for oil. So it calls for 1/3 cup of oil. So keep it simple, 3/3 cup. I used to like fractions. Who am I kidding? I never liked fractions. Just barely enough. Look at that. I'm going to have to get out the other oil. That's okay. Okay, here we go with our vanilla. Normally, I never measure vanilla, but today I'm going to because since I'm making 3 batches, and it's my sister-in-law, I want to make sure I'm doing it good. So, 1/3 teaspoon. No, 3/2 teaspoon, I'm sorry. There we go. 1.5 teaspoons. She's in. And use our God-given fingers for what they were made for and clean it out. Don't waste nothing. Let's crack our eggs. 3 eggs total for this one. Hoppa! I don't know why I say that. I don't know why that comes to my mind. Just breaking things. Do it Greek style. There we go. 3 eggs. That one flopped. and don't worry, I will not throw the dish. Okay, so let's mix up all of our wet ingredients, our eggs, vanilla, and oil. I mean, that really looks fantastic, doesn't it? Thank goodness the people who will enjoy it never really see this part because that is not appetizing one bit. Absolutely not. Okay, so let's start incorporating our dry ingredients little by little, just a little bit at a time, avoiding clumps, right? It's like with everything in life, little by little. Get used to things little by little. Then we're going to incorporate 1.5 cups of milk. And remember, if you're just going to make a small recipe for your family, or you don't want that many, divide it by 3 and you'll be good. Or half too. original recipe called for half a cup, and I tripled it. Oh, look at that chocolate color. Oh, it's starting to look fantastically fudgy. If it didn't have raw egg in it, I would seriously eat it just as it is. Yeah, I'm that gross. Okay, so everything is almost done, but okay, I'm gonna finish mixing it. Oh, it looks so chocolatey and yummy. I mean, obviously it's just raw dough at this point, but any of you chocolate lovers out there, you know this is gonna be good. Look at that color. It is so rich and decadent. Okay. Yummy! I'm gonna set it aside just for a second because I'm gonna be putting some walnuts and maybe a little coconut in it. The recipe does not call for this, but I wanted to put a little something extra in there. So here we go. Let's do it like this.
2 hours later.
Keep a few hours for the chef. Okay, here we go. You want one? Catch. Sorry. That was a terrible throw. I don't know if you guys saw my cookie recipe. I made that video in Spanish. I live in South America, so I'll be making videos probably in both languages, although English is definitely my preferred language. But in the cookie recipe, I mentioned that I like things with a bit more of a rough chop. I don't like things chopped too finely. I like to feel, not just barely taste the hint of the nut. I like the crunch. If you're gonna put a nut in it, do it right. So just barely a tad more. Kind of move things around, see how it's looking. As I'm eyeballing this, I don't know exactly how much I put in. I'm gonna put a little extra milk. Just a tad, barely a tad of milk in there. Because, you know, when you double or triple recipes, often things just don't quite turn out quite right. And when I was mixing the dry ingredients and the milk, I thought, this is gonna need a little bit more milk, just a tad. And we're gonna put in some more nuts too, because she's looking a little skimpy. So we've got all of our nuts in there. I'd calculate that's about 1.5 cups. No, who am I kidding? 2 cups. And then I'm just gonna throw the rest of this coconut that I have left over, which is, I would say, anywhere between 1/2 and 3/4 cup. Yum! Yummy! Oh, mama! This is fabulous. Okay, I think this is gonna go down as definitely one of my top favorites. So as I mentioned before, even though this has egg in it, she goes into the oven. You ain't got nothing to do if it's wrong. You need more sugar, you need something, just a little something. Now's the time to do it. So it's not gonna kill you, come on. Just a little bit. Nope, mince out. Okay, it doesn't need anything else. Let's get the cupcake pans, trays, however you want to call it. I'm first going to be using these to bake, because if y'all have made cupcakes before, you know that they can spill, even if you measure perfectly. Any YouTube channel that shows that they're completely perfect all the time, they're lying. No, their cupcakes are just as good, but they spill sometimes. Then when they're out, I've got these adorable blue and pink ones. So I'm gonna put those on the outside. I already tested to see how it would look, and I think it looks super cute. So you'd put it inside, and you get the blue, and then the little trim around. So cute. Okay, so for the sake of keeping things even, we're gonna use this. So I'm calculating about 1/3 cup in each one. And then I like to go around with a little bit more, make sure that they look pretty much even. So my oven, yeah, she's hot. That's probably not the smartest way to see if your oven's ready. But, okay, here we go. Okay, cupcakes are in the oven. Preheat your oven to 350. Put them in when they're ready and bake for between 30 to 35 minutes, but always, please, 10 minute, please, when the 10-minute mark hits, you check them babies. Check them, because nothing is worse than something burnt. Okay, so don't judge, please. I am going to be making, whoa, a pile of dust, apparently. Let's wait till that calms.
2 hours later.
So I'm making, don't judge, I'm making store-bought meringue, which, yeah, I know it's cheating, but it's also a little bit easier when you're making everything else from scratch. So don't tell anybody. All this calls for is 1 cup of water. And I'm gonna add just a tad, few lemon drops. I don't want anything too strong. Then I'll measure 1 cup of water. Ha ha ha, perfect. Perfect. Put this on low. Here's hoping. Scrape the sides and then we will continue beating. So at this point, everything is well whipped. I'm gonna turn it up, I'm gonna crank it up and whip it all the way. So I'm trying to calculate about half of this. I'm gonna set it aside and we're adding a little color to this. Pink or blue? We gotta find out what that baby is. These are gel colors, so they're pretty strong. I'm just gonna put 1 drop because I don't like fuchsia. I don't want fuchsia for baby. I want delicate, soft pink. Why aren't you coming out? 1 drop. There. Now it's a big drop. Hopefully that wasn't too much. Okay, I love that color. Forgive how the bowl looks, but that color is just what I was looking for. So I'm gonna put this aside. We've got the pink one done. Let's go for the blue. Let's go for the blue. That sounds weird. Now again, 1 little drop because I wanted a cute, almost. I wanted a cute baby blue. I don't want hot neon blue. Okay, this is ready, folks. At least I think it is. Come on. I don't know why it's not incorporating. It did fine with the pink. Let's see.
Two hours later.
Better, not quite there though. Okay, so as a little extra bonus, a little hidden gem, I'm gonna put a little chocolate ganache in there. I'm putting semi-sweet. Actually, this chocolate, it's artisanal chocolate. It's actually really yummy. A lot of people here where I live use it to make hot chocolate. I'm just gonna add a little butter to it, a little milk, maybe not, and some coffee. How does that sound? Yummy. I got my water bath on here for my chocolate, but just ignore that for a second. She is done. She's done too. Oh, baby, yummy. Yes, these are all done. Magnificent, ladies and gentlemen, and they look fabulous. Make sure that you've got enough butter in here. Okay, so I want to try to, this is my first stab at this, trying to put a little chocolate ganache in the middle. I'm just taking my little bread whisk and making a hole pretty much in the middle. And let's take my ganache that seems to be spilling out. And let's fill up the hole. That's a nice little surprise. Awesome. So when these are cool, we'll frost them. Okay, another little experiment I'm gonna do is I'm going to put the meringue into this bag, the saran wrap, not bag. And I wanna see if I can make this little swirly thingy dealy that I think is too cute. Okay, here we go. Just a little bit at a time. Gonna make kind of like a line of this. Work with me. And then same thing with the blue. Actually got kind of like a perfect dollop right there. A little extra. Okay. Now I like this meringue idea because a lot of people don't like things too sweet. I like things sweet, but not everybody has that same gusto, same taste. So I wanted to make the icing just a little bit more palatable because, I mean, the rest of it is full of chocolate. Let's nip the end part, but first, nip it on the end. And do this one. Yeah, there we go. Then let's do this one, just again a little bit on the top. And there we go, we're done. I love that unicorn effect. And I'm gonna be serving all the cupcakes on these little latidas. These little cake platters. And of course, I'm gonna be filling them up, different colors. To me, that's cute. Everybody has their own taste, but to me, that is really cute. Now for the taste tests. Okay, folks, here we are. Let's try our little cupcake. Let's see. Whoops. Oh, there's the chocolate. Yay! The chocolate is nice and strong, but yeah, it's not straight in your face. It is a gorgeous, gorgeous taste. Okay, let's get some more. The crust is nice and crunchy like I like it. Okay, I want to get to that center part. Oh, yummy! Mmm. Mmm. That center part is perfect. It's sweet enough. I did put some more butter, a lot of milk in it, and sugar because it was very, very unsweet. And I thought maybe they wouldn't like that. But I'm glad that the meringue is not sweet because it just balances everything out. You don't want sweet on sweet because afterwards it's just like, ugh, too much. I love it. I love it, love it, love it. I'm not much of a cake person. I love nice fruity desserts, but this one is mwah. Copy this recipe. You can mix it up, do however you want. If you want extra sweetness on top, go for it. I like it just as it is. Thanks so much for coming again today. I hope you had fun with me, and I hope to see you next time here in Jenn Masio's kitchen. See you next time. Bye. It's like a stool sample. Just says